What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be continuing on with our SwiftUI tutorial series, and in this particular tutorial we are going to be taking a look at an environment key in SwiftUI called openURL. Now, what does the openURL environment key do? Well, that environment key does exactly as the name suggests. It opens a URL. Now, most of the time, this URL is going to be to some kind of web resource, and that's how we're going to be using it today. So, I have an application set up where, if I can go into Xcode here, and we run the code here, we have a couple images. We have a MacBook, we have an iPhone, an iPad, an Apple Watch, an Apple TV, and an Apple Vision Pro. So when you tap or click on any of these images, what we want to happen is we want it to go to that product page on the Apple website. Now, I already have a private function called goToWebsite that takes in a string for the URL, and I've called this method on when the images get tapped or clicked using the onTap gesture modifier, as you can see here. However, we don't have anything to open the URL in Safari or Chrome or whatever browser we use at the moment. So how then do we get this environment key that I've been talking about from the environment? Well, that is where the @environment property wrapper comes in. This property wrapper allows you to access certain things within the SwiftUI environment, such as size classes, whether or not you're in light or dark mode, what the setting is for certain accessibility settings, all that kind of stuff there are environment keys for. Throughout this series, we'll be taking a look at a few of them, but not all of them, because there's a lot of environment keys, and I don't want to bore you to death, right? I don't want the series to drag on for 200 videos or something, right? So the way we get the way we get an environment value or using an environment key is at the top of our views here, which is generally where we put this code. We will say @environment and this property wrapper, much like app storage, takes in a parameter. However, the parameter that the environment property wrapper takes is a key path. So we'll say \dot, and you can see a list of all the different environment keys that we have, but the one we're looking for is openURL, like that. Now we need to store this environment value in a variable. So we'll say var openURL, just like that. Now this variable openURL is going to be of type openURL action. So this can be called just like a method. If we go down to the bottom of our view where our private method resides, you can see that we're already creating our URL object using our URL string that we've passed in. And that's important because this action, this openURL action, requires that we pass it a URL object. So after our guard statement, we can say open URL, and And you can see it takes in a URL. So we'll say URL like that. And that's it. Now we can save and run our code. The build succeeds. And here we are in our application. Let's say we want to visit the product page for the Apple Vision Pro. Well, we can click on that symbol, and Safari opens up to the Apple Vision Pro product page. We can say, let's say we want to go to the Apple Watch product page. We can click that image. And here we are on the Apple Watch product page. You get the idea. So with that, that pretty much does it for how we can open URLs in our SwiftUI projects using the openURL environment key. Now, this is particularly useful if you don't want to use a link view for whatever reason. If you want something super custom, you can use this environment key and all of that sort of stuff. All right, so thank you all so very much for watching. I will see you in the next video.